Hi, it's Jen Levitz from spellbindingbusinessschool.com, and today I want to pull you into a conversation that I've been having online in a few places. And this is a conversation about coach versus consultant. And really there's a third that's the hybrid in the middle. And full disclosure, I'm a hybrid. So here we go. Let's talk about consultant. The consultant is likely somebody who doesn't have a direct attachment to your business. They are coming in to analyze all the data and to come up with a plan for a specific solution. And they likely can be hired to execute that plan so that your solution could be met. So here's an example. Maybe you're on MailChimp or another web email marketing system, and you have decided that you're going to move to Entreport. You would hire a consultant to see what you already have, create the plan to move over to Entreport, and then likely you would also hire them to physically do that move for you. That would free up the rest of your team so that they can continue with the day-to-day operation of your business, and you've hired the consultant to do this project for you. So that's more the consultant space. Think of them more as a project-based person. Now, some consultants are actually a little bit more coaches, and it may be a more long-term engagement. But generally, think of them as project-based. Shift to the other side, and let's talk about coaches. Coaches are there to help you with your internal work. Do the work that's coming up. You're setting the goal, and the coach is there to help you achieve that goal, whatever that goal may be. Even Olympians have coaches, right? So the goal of an Olympian is to get that gold medal in their specific field. And the coach is brought on because they are an expert in that particular field, in that particular sport, and they're going to help whoever they're coaching to achieve greatness in that particular field so that they can hopefully get the gold. And really, there's a lot of internal piece to doing that work and to being the best at what you do. Um, but a coach could be as simple as hiring a personal trainer so that you go to the gym. I don't like to go to the gym. And when I decide that I'm going to have a membership again, I will make sure that I have a personal trainer, because the personal trainer I paid to be there, and I don't like to go to the gym. So if I don't show up, I'm paying them. If I show up, I'm paying them. So I might as well show up. And their job is to help me achieve my goals of working out at the gym, as well as making sure that I'm safe, because they understand the intricacies of the equipment there at the gym, right? So that's another example of a coach. So when you get to this place of the hybrid coach, which there are a lot more than you're probably even aware of, these are people like myself who have a lot of expertise in other things, probably areas of strategicness, of strategic marketing, in my case. And my job is to help hold your feet to the fire so that you can achieve your marketing goals. Now, in that process, I'm also going to provide you with some direction and some education and throw in some of my consultant work to help you achieve those goals so that you're not stuck in the decision-making process, but so that we can get some concrete motion and momentum happening in your business. For instance, if you know that you're going to be doing some webinars and you're like, what webinar platforms should I use? We're going to talk about, well, what are the things you need that webinar platform to do? Here are some solutions. Let's pick one. Now, in general, right now, Zoom is what I recommend because it's cost effective and it has a lot of options to it, and it's relatively simple to use. So there's an example there of helping you. But that's me as the consultant, as the tech consultant. I understand what the different things are and what needs to be achieved. And as the coach, I'm presenting you with the options based off your needs, but I've pulled out what those needs are. I hope that makes some sense. Um, I personally hire hybrid coaches. I need, for me, I need somebody who has strategic expertise, somebody that I can bounce ideas off of, but will also hold my feet to the fire. There are some consultant focused coaches, coaches who are really more, let's just get this work done, that don't always hold my feet to the fire. So I make sure that I always have an accountability coach, somebody who focuses on that action piece, because I personally am wired to not take action for myself. I will take action for other people significantly faster and more readily than I will take it on for myself. So I need, for me, I have discovered this for myself, that I need somebody who's going to sit on me, babysit me, and make sure that I'm taking action on the things that I said I wanted to do. They help me create my goal, and then they help me achieve that goal, being at the ground level, getting the work done, delegating to my VAs down in the trenches so they can physically do the rest of that work. But I work with my my accountability coach, to come up with the ideas in the first place. Where am I going? And rely on them to help make sure that I'm getting the work done. And that's different from my strategic coach. Yes, I have multiple coaches. My strategic coach is who I bounce ideas off of the bigger process. I'm going to launch a new program called Fantastic Offers and how to launch them. What's that process? This is what I'm thinking. What are your thoughts? What am I missing? That's the role of my strategic coach. I haven't yet found someone like me who can do both. That doesn't mean they don't exist. It just means that I haven't found them yet. I currently have two different people that do that for me. Okay, maybe that's what you need too. But all of this is to say that there is no one right coach for any one person. You get to choose, you get to decide. Your responsibility is to figure out what you need. What are the things that, if you had someone outside of your business helping you with things, not even the doing, but more in this headspace place, if you had someone to bounce ideas off of and could help you achieve those goals, achieve those ideas, those projects, is that the person you need? Like, what do you need? That's where you get to come in to these discovery conversations with other coaches and say, this is what I need. And they, as the coach, get to determine, is this something that I can help you with? And you get to determine if you mesh. Do you like this person's style? Is this someone who can help you? Do you believe that this person can help you with your goals? What are you trying to achieve? When you come to these discovery calls with this is what I'm looking for, it is significantly easier for both parties to decide if this is a good fit, because you need to figure out a fit before you work on the money piece. Yes, there may be funding involved that you haven't figured out where it's going to come from. A good coach will be able to help you figure out how to find the money, if they're a good fit. But at first, it's not about the money, it's about finding the right fit. My first coach, when I hired my first coach, I knew I wanted to work with them, but I hadn't figured out the money part yet. They gave me some direction. It took me about a year, year and a half, to find the money and be in a place where I'm like, okay, now I'm ready. Um, I wish I had invested sooner, but I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for what she provided. Perhaps that there was somebody else that could give me what I did need in that moment, I would have pulled the trigger sooner. but I know that every year that I have a coach, I at least double my revenue. This is a pretty consistent thing for me because my coaches hold me accountable to taking the action. So I hope that this conversation was interesting to you. I hope that it illuminated some ideas about what a coach versus a consultant could do for you. I hope it brought up some ideas of where you might want to pull somebody in to help you, because that's really my goal. If I'm your person, great. If I'm not your person, great. This isn't a conversation really about hire me, I'm awesome. I mean, I am, but this isn't what this conversation was about. This was really about what do you need and what do these terms mean? Okay. So that's what I'm going to leave you with for today. I hope your day is a magical one and we will talk more later. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.